101.2 KWYO, The Boys Show. Good morning, Wyoming faithful. It's 11 a.m. on a sunny, open sky November 19th morning here in Laramie. Jack Sable here to talk some Cowboys football and a now 8-3 Wyoming team that has matched their win total of last year. Quite amazing considering they're still succeeding and exceeding expectations with Mashburn and this new offense. And the boys' 8th win came against a very inept UNLV team in one of the most uninteresting games I've seen this year. Just total dominance by Wyoming on offense and on defense. Look no further than time of possession. UNLV had possession for less than a whole quarter of football. A whole quarter. Less than 20% of the game, actually. Ran a total of 20 plays the entire game. I checked out of that game easily by halftime. It was an easy win in a game that did not matter. That is until Brett Smith went down. On a second down play in the second quarter as the Pokes were driving, Brett Smith was sacked and brought down hard by a UNLV defender. Brett laid on the field for a bit and was helped off the field by trainers, only able to put light pressure on his knee. Reports from Mashburn say that he's not going to be available for the game against San Diego State, which is huge because the Cowboys need to lock up their third place spot in the Mountain West. If they win this game, the only teams ahead of them in the standings are Boise State and Air Force, who are the only teams they've lost to in the conference. They've only suffered one loss within the conference, so Wyoming can't catapult them even if they lose their finales. However, should the Pokes lose to San Diego State, well, they've opened up a can of worms because Fresno State could end up with a better conference record, and San Diego State would then jump over Wyoming as well, forcing the Cowboys to 5th in the standing. So it's very important for them to win this game and to lock up that third spot despite the loss of Brett Smith. Right now, the Cowboys are projected to play in the Independence Bowl. It's going to be a nice trip to New Orleans for them if they can stay there. And their opponent right now is projected to be a struggling ACC, Virginia Tech, who's currently 6-5. It will be nice to see Wyoming take on another big conference school since they took on Texas earlier this year and kind of actually hung in that game. So I'm certainly hoping it remains that way or that they end up in a bowl game with a big school nonetheless, whether they're from the Big 12 or the Big 10. Let's go ahead and jump into some questions. Remember, if you want your question to be featured on air, please leave them in the comment section and I just might answer it on air for you. First question comes from Brick Squad 316. He asks, if it was hard for me not to comment on how well Kierkegaard did, even against a now 0-11 UNLV team. Thanks for the question. I don't think I downplayed Colby at all during that game. I thought that Colby was effective enough in relief. It wasn't as if, he were lighting up the scoreboard or, went for 400 yards. So there wasn't really much to get crazy about for him in that game. Did he fill in well? Of course he did. No doubt. I'm sure he'll fill in well on Saturday as well. But he gave me no reason to really bring a ton of attention to his play. He went 8 for 10 for 119 yards. Brett Smith was a perfect 10 for 10 for 85 yards. Both had a rushing touchdown. And honestly, the production is so similar that I actually remember saying at one point during my commentary that it was almost as if Wyoming never missed a step. And there have been a lot of questions about whether or not there's a QB controversy now after the game. And let me just say this. That's just ridiculous. Colby is a junior. He's getting his first ever start next week against San Diego State, and he's backed up sophomore Brett Smith since Brett was a freshman. If there were really a reason for Colby to challenge for the starting spot, he would have had it 2 years ago or at the beginning of this year when Mashburn came in and evaluated the offense. Colby would have to absolutely explode on offense to even create any sort of controversy. And Coach Mashburn has assured us that if Smith is ready to go for the bowl game, which he is scheduled to be, he's getting the green light. Next question comes from Reed B. Who was worse, UNLV or Idaho? Well, they were both awful, but I'll have to say UNLV was worse by far. See, Idaho played sloppy and turned the ball over a ton. UNLV couldn't even get started. I mean, were it not for that first down, they would have gone into that fourth quarter with less than 15 yards of total offense. Idaho was a train wreck. UNLV was a train missing its engine. I mean, wow, they just never got going at all. So UNLV gets my vote on that one. Last question comes from American Nightmare 76. He asks, with Brett Smith down, I'm curious to know just how well adjusted Kierkegaard is to the offense. Does he get much practice time with any of the starters? Good question. And I talked with Mashburn about this in the morning. He says if anyone knows that offense better than Brett Smith, it's Colby Kierkegaard. He's on the sidelines at every game, helping to signal plays into Brett, so he understands the offense very well. However, he will be getting the reps Brett usually takes with the first string this week now. So there will be a bit of an adjustment as this week goes on and he actually gets work with Brandon Miller and Chris McNeil and Spencer Bruce and that whole gang. That he's not as used to. But he will be getting well acquainted this week and going into the bowl week as well, just to be safe. And remember, even though he does practice with the second team offense, he does play against the first string defense. So, he'll definitely be ready to go in terms of, preparedness with, a real game situation. So I also got to catch up with Mashburn about recruiting this week. And the trip that he went to go see the number one safety in the nation, Chip Hunter, when he went out to Ohio. He loves what he saw from him in the practice that he saw. He's amazing in coverage, both in man and zone. Just understands assignments and how to play receivers. When he's in man with zone help, he knows where his help is coming from and how to bait quarterbacks into throws that aren't there. He'll go underneath if he gets the zone help right on top of him. He disguises coverages very well. He can show man and has the quickness and awareness to recover into his deep zone coverage. Mashburn says he could be the best defensive player on their squad next year, even as a freshman. He's not worried about his agility at all. He doesn't think it'll be a problem. He thinks his playmaking ability and knowledge is more than enough to make up for what he lacks in, lateral movement, at this very moment as he's still kind of getting his knee together. He's just very natural. And from what I've seen from the tape, he's the best safety in the nation for a reason. Best defensive back in the nation, actually. He's just a natural defensive back, which makes it so puzzling that he hasn't been offered by anyone other than Mashburn. We're still waiting news on Larry Gibbons and Evan Newton in terms of the recruiting front. They're still soft commits, so it's strange to see that they haven't fully committed yet, since I think I talked about Evan Newton since week 4 about being, one of the first recruits here, and he still hasn't committed yet. And we're in week 13 now. No reported reason why, but they seem to be set to commit to Wyoming by the end of the year. Speaking of the end of the year, Mashburn wants to make a huge second surge for recruits in the end of the season, so we'll see what he does when that time rolls around. I know he still is going to go hard after Hunter, especially with Mark Nzacha still here, who can help mentor him, because Mark Nzacha right now is still very, very high for a Defensive Player of the Year award. Season finale against San Diego State is right around the corner. This is a matchup I thought would be tough, but reasonable for us to win. Now, without Brett Smith, we'll see if Colby, who filled in admirably for him last week, has what it takes to keep the ship afloat going into the bowl season. 101.2 KWIO, The Boys Show. We'll be right back. And here comes the man himself, Colby Kierkegaard, out for his first ever Division I start. Let's see how fast Mashburn has him throwing the ball here as he's going to take the snap. Put under pressure immediately as he just shrugs a defender off of him, evading the sack, rolling out to his right and just getting rid of it. First third down situation for Colby today as he takes the snap. Looking, throws right. Got Dominic Ruffron, hits him on a comeback route, picks up enough for the first down there. First completion today for Kierkegaard. San Diego State has clearly read their scouting report today. They are not taking it easy on Colby whatsoever. Just waiting to see how long it takes for him to get his composure as he puts, that's Robert Herron, in motion to the right as they come out in a offset wing formation shotgun with 3 wide. They got Spencer Bruce in the backfield as he gets a man off sides. It's a screen pass set up for Brandon Miller, who only picks up a short gain there. Not going to matter as the Aztecs are going to be called offsides. First and 10 now for the Pokes. It's been a pretty typical, methodical opening drive for them. Pretty standard for what Wyoming has done with Mashburn here in the past couple of weeks as Kierkegaard, feeling the pressure, is going to roll out, throws to his right, hits Chris McNeil, and he'll walk out of bounds, picks up enough for the first down. Full house pistol formation here. Looks like Mashburn isn't changing the play calling much, even though Kierkegaard is in. Handoff, sweep to Sutton on the left. Wiggles his way forward, makes a gain of 5 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 5. I've got to say, Kierkegaard has looked very prepared today. I think that the system has just worked well, and they stuck to what they know. As Kierkegaard hits Spencer Bruce over the middle. They're in the red zone now, inside the 15-yard line. Big throw. Kind of first downfield throw we've seen from Colby today. A little wobbly, but it got there. I just love that Wyoming has received the ball in the past couple of games because they have put together these long, methodical, just very strategic drives to keep the opponent's offense cold and off the field, as Brandon Miller picks up a gain of 6 here on the stretch play. Here they come in that jumbo single back formation, and they've got the extra tackle out there, but they're going to move Riley Lang in motion to the right. Time to rumble. Miller, weak side handoff. He tries to cut back to the strong side, only picks up a gain of 2. He's going to be short. 4th and 1 for the Pokes now. And here comes our first interesting decision of the day. The Pokes are going to go for it on 4th and 1. I guess this is a show of confidence as Kierkegaard is all on the shotgun. It's a QB draw straight up the middle. Kierkegaard fighting his way forward, and he will not pick up the first down. Turnover. Yeah, I'm really not sure if that was the right decision or not to go for it on 4th down, but good news for Wyoming. San Diego State's going to start at their own 5, and they're going backwards. And Zacha's gotcha in the backfield for a loss. And Katz, handoff to Walter Kazee. He's going to be met by Corey Jones as he only picks up a gain of 1. 3rd and 10 for the Aztecs. I smell another blitz coming. Wyoming wants to pin them. Handoff, Kazee again, and he somehow gets free, finds open space, and picks up enough for the first down. San Diego State gets himself out of trouble. They'll continue their drive. And we're in the start of the second quarter. Ryan Katz still has yet to attempt the pass. He will do so here as he drops back. Lofting one to the left side. That one in double coverage. A dangerous throw as he just kind of threw it up for grabs. 3rd and 10 now for the Aztecs. 3rd and 10 for the Aztecs. They come out 4 wide, shotgun formation. As Katz drops back, he's going to pass again here. Throwing over the middle. That one's lofted, and that's picked off. Luke Ruff, the free safety, makes the interception. Trying to make his way forward. Oh, and it looks like they got the face mask there. A flag is on the field. There it is. Face mask. Tackle on 15 yards to that one. 2nd and 9 now for Wyoming. They came out in the gold uniforms today. Let's see if they can strike gold on this drive. Kierkegaard from under center. Quickly throws over the middle. Got Spencer Bruce. Touchdown, Wyoming. Spencer Bruce, the big man, picks up the touchdown. Mashburn celebrates on the sideline. And it looks like the Cowboys have this all under control again. Katz drops back. Throws to his left. Makes his first completion. Completes it out to Lockett. Broke the first tackle. Couldn't get away from the second one, but he'll pick up enough for the first down there. Aztecs come out in a I formation. They've got 2 wide, split. As Katz going to pass again here. Throws to his right. Got Escobar, the tight end. And he'll pick up a first down. And it looks like the Aztecs have finally gotten it together here as they're starting to drive. Katz back to pass again. Throws to his left. That one's picked off. Marqueston Huff on the interception. Kind of threw a lazy duck up there, did Ryan Katz. And Marqueston Huff, right place, right time, ends the drive and gets the interception. And I formation here for Wyoming. They come out with Lang and Miller in the backfield. Kierkegaard going to hand it off to Miller, going off tackle, stretching it out, trying to get to that first down marker. He's going to be very close. They're going to call him short. 3rd and inches here, just past midfield. And here's where Wyoming has excelled in the past couple of weeks. They've put themselves in 3rd down situations that are short and easy to convert for them on these methodical drives. As Kierkegaard changed the play there, I don't know what to. They went with a run up the middle for Miller, and he got stopped short. Ryan Katz going to drop back here. He pump fakes as the Aztecs take over. Throwing one deep downfield. Somehow Escobar, the tight end, comes up with that catch in triple coverage. I'm surprised none of the defenders got a hand on that. Shotgun formation. They've got 3 wide, 1 tight end. That's Escobar, who's moving in motion to the right with Kazee in the backfield. Wyoming bring the blitz. 6-man blitz, they get to him. Who was that? Mike Purcell, the defensive tackle, who wraps up Katz in the backfield. They move the tight end Escobar in motion to the left as Katz takes the snap from under center. Throws towards the sideline to his right. Stays in bounds. That's going to be a catch. Enough for a first down. He hits, that's Dylan Denzo. He hits his wide receiver, and he picks up a gain of 18. Look at Zacha creeping up. Look at him. He's trying to time the snap there as he finally rings the rush. And the rest of the blitz does their job. Corey Jones got him in the backfield for the sack. Another third down situation for San Diego State. Now this should be interesting because they're near field goal range here at the 35-yard line as the defensive line shifts and Justin Bernthaler jumped too early. They're giving San Diego State free yardage. Surveying, looking. Looks like they're in cover two. They've got everything covered up. And he throws over the middle to an open Ruffin who actually dropped the pass. It'll be 4th and 8. And we'll see if they decide to go for it here or kick the field goal. From 47, kicks up, aimed towards the right goalpost with drifting left, and just got enough to get in. San Diego State puts up their first points of the game. Play action here for Kierkegaard. And he's going to throw it back to Riley Lang, who doesn't turn around to make the catch. It was wide open, just no awareness. And Wyoming's in an interesting situation here because if they don't convert this third down here, they're still inside their own 20-yard line. And if they punt, they're giving the Aztecs good field position. As Kierkegaard throws over the middle and that one gets picked off. That's the linebacker Feely as he makes his way inside the 10 towards the 5-yard line. And now the Aztecs will have a chance to put up a quick score. Oh man, what a disaster. Yeah, I looked at that. That's just a bad read on Colby's part. You can't make that sort of throw. As Katz gets hit immediately after getting the snap, it'll be 2nd and goal. Katz to pass again. Steps right, throws to his right. Lofts one up there for his offensive lineman who almost brought it in for the catch, but it bounces off his hands. I don't know how a defender didn't get there. Big 3rd and goal. Can the Pokes make a stand here? Katz over the middle, hits his man. The wide receiver Lockett picks up the touchdown for the Aztecs. Looks like another zone situation, another cover 2. They just played way too deep. How do you play that deep in the end zone? And that'll do it for the end of the first half and the season finale here at War Memorial. Score 10-7, San Diego State in front, which is strange because it seemed like the Pokes had control for the beginning of the first half, and then towards the end of the second quarter, Wyoming had a total meltdown. We'll see what adjustments they make on offense and defense and what kind of a talk Mashburn gives them after halftime. First drive for the Aztecs. They got 3 wide, and the shotgun formation is Kazee is in the backfield. They're going to the draw to Kazee. Breaks 1 tackle in the backfield and shoots straight up the middle. That's not how you want to start if you're on defense, but they give up a 14-yard gain there. First down, Aztecs. 2nd and 10 for San Diego State as they come out in the I formation. They've got 2 wide receivers to the left. As Nzacho over pursues, and Kazee makes a spin move as he had daylight in front of him. Had he made one more tackle miss, he may have been off to the races. A 15-yard gain. Boy, the Aztecs just look like they're full of life and just ready to quickly get in the end zone as Katz changes the play here and finally drops back. Goes over the middle, hits his wide receiver, and he'll pick up another first down. Back-to-back first downs for Ryan Katz as he's finally got it together. I formation again for San Diego State. They've really been going to that to this drive, and it's been working for them. Play action, and he hits Gavin Escobar on the right side. Picks up enough for a first down. We'll call it a gain of 15 here up in the booth. While this may only be the opening possession of the second half, the Pokes need to make a stop here on 3rd and 3 near the goal line, because if they don't, they give a 2-possession lead to the Aztecs, and there it is. Touchdown. That was Adam Muema who spelled in for Kazee and took a cutback lane. No one was there for the Pokes and bounced his way outside for the touchdown. Kierkegaard, handoff. Brandon Miller trying to stretch it out. Can't get the full angle. Didn't have enough speed as he stopped after a gain of 3 yards. They've got a bunch pistol formation look here as Kierkegaard goes play action to Miller this time. Running to his right. And sets himself, throws, and that is way behind the receiver. I know it was across his body, but holy cow. Kierkegaard standing in the pocket. Pressure on him. He shrugs the defender off of him, and he's running now. Straight up field, picks up the first down, a much-needed conversion, and he showed that he's got some toughness and does it all on his own. And Kierkegaard will take his place under center. They've got 3 wide receivers as he drops back here. Hit as he throws, finds Spencer Bruce, who drops the pass. The usually sure-handed Spencer Bruce dropped a deep downfield pass. Critical 3rd and 10 here to kind of keep hope alive. Kierkegaard drops back, steps up, and he's going down. If Spencer Bruce, Big Bruce, he doesn't drop that pass, we're maybe talking about field goal range. Now we're talking about punting. And the Aztecs will take over at their own 40-yard line. I formation, they've got 2 wide receivers. His catch drops back, throws to his left. Got Gavin Escobar, his tight end, who has been active all day. Wyoming's got to get a stop here on defense because their offense doesn't have the firepower, nor are they built to come back from big deficits, as Butler bounces off of a tackle and picks up a gain of 10 on that quick little pass there. 3rd and 2 situation now. 3rd and 2. Wyoming defensively is screaming, we're playing pass. Katz drops back. Looking, throws, right side. Wow. First down converted, a tight throw. I have no clue how that got in there. Marqueston Huff just never turned around to the ball. He would have had an easy interception. The Aztecs come out in the I formation with 2 tight ends. Looks like they're ready to just run this clock out. So we've got 2 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Katz is actually going to pass here, and he throws over the middle, and that one gets picked off. Marqueston Huff made a remarkable one-handed grab to make up for the misplay. What a way to end the 3rd quarter. I still can't believe that interception. One-handed on a pass behind him. Just remarkable athleticism. As Kierkegaard's going to go deep here on 1st down. Had Ruffin open and just lofted it way too much to the sideline. Goes out of bounds. 2nd and 10. I will say the one thing that has worried me about Kierkegaard throughout this entire game is just his inconsistent arm strength and just his accuracy as he hits Riley Lang in the flat, wide open. Only had one man to beat, had a blocker out there with him, picks up a gain of 25. They're in the shotgun, offset wing formation here for 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers as Kierkegaard takes the snap, starts stepping up. He's going to unload downfield, overthrew his receiver. He's got to shorten that one up. That needed to be underthrown because the overthrow would have been an interception. Kierkegaard is all alone in the shotgun and got quads to the left. As Kierkegaard got a man offsides, free play here. Quickly throws over the middle, got Norman on a slant. That'll be enough for the 1st down. They'll decline the penalty. 1st down, Pokes. If you're Mashburn, you know you've got to get more vertical because you only have so much time left. But how vertical do you get with Kierkegaard, who goes play action, throws a rope over the left side, hits Spencer Bruce in triple coverage. He caught it that time. Oh, man, what a throw, an absolute rope into a tight spot, gets Spencer Bruce, and now they're in the red zone. 1st and 10, offset wing formation again here as Kierkegaard takes a snap, quickly throws over the middle, Dominic Ruffin, touchdown. We're not out of it yet, baby. We're looking for win number 9. I can't say enough about what Kierkegaard has done, in this gutsy performance, overcoming his struggles and still keeping Wyoming in this game with a little help on defense as the defense gives up a 1st down here. Mwema rushes forward for a gain of 5. 1st and 10 for the Aztecs. Wyoming needs a stop and soon. Katz, blitz coming. Throws a little shovel pass out there to his fullback Young, but he doesn't go anywhere. 2nd and 10. And the Aztecs are just going to bleed this clock out as much as they can. Katz finally takes the snap, rolling to his right. Incomplete pass, but it looked like Marqueston Huff poorly played that ball. He makes that interception. That's a pick 6. Huge 3rd and 10 for Wyoming. If San Diego converts, they're going to have to start burning timeouts. Katz throwing one deep downfield, just a prayer. Oh, man, Gavin Escobar almost came down with that one near the end zone. Fortunately, the Cowboys come away unscathed. And Kierkegaard is going to bring Chris McNeil in motion to the left. Here on 1st and 10. Kierkegaard going to toss it out to Miller. He's going to the outside. If he can get the edge, he can't. Oh, man, if he could get the corner, he would have been free. Picks up a gain of 9, though. A little under 2 minutes to go here. Can they at least get a field goal? As Kierkegaard steps up. Pressure on him. Evades 1 sack. Throws to his right. Short. And only gets a gain of 2 there. They're going to come out in the single back, a bit of a bunch look here as Kierkegaard drops back. Looking, rolling to his left, running away, throwing it, and that one is picked off. What a terrible throw. It looked like he had, I believe it was Chris McNeil on the outside. He should have thrown it towards the sideline, and it's picked off. Mwema on a sweep. Gets stuck behind a lineman, chugs off 1 tackle, and he fumbled the football out of bounds, but he picked up enough for the 1st down anyway. It'll stop the clock. Wyoming only has 2 timeouts remaining. Cats. Handoff. Muema. He's met immediately in the backfield. A loss of 3 there. Wyoming's not going to burn their timeout yet. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Muema in the backfield. Cats. On a sweep to Muema, and he's met in the backfield yet again. That time, Justin Bernthaler brings him down for a 2-yard loss. 15 yards. That's all they're allowed to give up here to give their offense another chance. Handoff. Muema finding his way through a tackle, but is brought down. Only a gain of 6 there. They're going to go for the field goal. No timeouts. Time to get vertical. 23 seconds left on the clock here. Kierkegaard all alone as he takes the snap. Steps up. Throws deep downfield. Almost intercepted. Trying to go deep for Chris McNeil to be 2nd and 10. Kierkegaard alone again. Looking. Stepping up. Going to try to throw that one up for Chris McNeil again, and that one gets picked off. McFadden makes his 2nd interception of the day, and that'll put a fork in it. Wyoming's going to take an L. Kierkegaard had McNeil open, just couldn't get enough arm strength in it. And it's a shame that it has to end this way for the Pokes in what has been a very successful season for them thus far. Your regular season closer here at War Memorial Stadium. San Diego State wins it 20-14. But good news for Pokes fans and reason to rejoice. We're still going bowling. We finished the regular season 8-4. And we will more than likely have Brett Smith back for the bowl game. So all the reason to cheer. Kierkegaard filled in valiantly in this game, did the best that he could do. Player of the game goes to Leon McFadden, deserves it. Got the 2 interceptions that kept the Pokes from taking the lead back. I'm Jack Sable. I'm signing out here. You know where to find me on Mondays. We're going to be talking a little bit about what the bowl game might be and what is in store next for the Pokes. I'll see you then.